The Pontifical Urban University, also called the Urbaniana after its names in both Latin and Italian, is a pontifical university under the authority of the Congregation for the Evangelization of Peoples. The university's mission is to train priests, religious brothers and sisters, and lay people for service as missionaries. Its campus is located on the Janiculum Hill in Rome, on extraterritorial property of the Holy See. History. From its beginnings, the Urbaniana has always been an academic institution with a missionary character that has served the Catholic Church through the formation of missionaries and experts in the area of missiology or other disciplines necessary in the evangelizational activity of the Church. The origins of the university date back to Pope Urban VIII, who decided to establish a new college with his papal bull Immortalis.Dei Filius of August 1, 1627. Pope Urban saw that it was necessary to establish a central seminary for the missions where young priests could be educated, both for countries which had no national college but also those that did. A central international college would allow priests to make acquaintances and form mutually helpful relationships in other countries. The new college was called the Collegium Urbanum from the name of its founder and placed under the immediate direction of the Congregation of Propaganda. After the college's foundation, a certain Spanish prelate by the name of Vives donated a suitable building for the purpose near the Piazza di Spagna. Under Pope Alexander VII, the Church of the Three Magi was added to the building. Vives established 6 free scholarships, to which were later added foundations by other pontiffs and prelates, especially Innocent XII, Clement XII, and the brother of Urban VIII, Cardinal Antonio Barberini. In 1798, following the disruption surrounding the creation of the Roman Republic and the Napoleonic Wars, the college was closed and some of the students were received by the Lazarus at Montecitorio. This arrangement lasted until 1809, when even this last remnant of the college was suppressed. In 1814, however, some of the propaganda students were again received by the Lazarists, and in 1817 the Urbaniana was reopened. From 1836 until 1848, it operated under the direction of the Jesuits. At the beginning of the 20th century, the Urban College was still housed in the Palazzo di Propaganda Fide in Piazza di Spagna. At the time, the average number of its resident students was about 110. Those resident students weren't necessarily from countries that fell under the responsibility of the propaganda. Then as now, however, the Urbaniana operates its own schools, which are attended by other students not subject to the Congregation for the Evangelization of Peoples. In fact, since 1966, the Urbaniana has accepted the affiliation of seminaries and institutes of philosophy, theology, missiology, and canon law from all over the world. The total number of students educated under the auspices of the Urbaniana was about 500 in 1910. In 1926, the college moved from its historic home in the Piazza di Spagna to its current campus on the Janiculum, overlooking St. Peter's Square. Its first home there was a relatively modest building, but it is now housed in a much expanded group of buildings. The university was endowed with the title Pontifical, with the motu proprio Fide Propaganda of Pope John XXIII on October 1, 1962. Traditions. In the 17th century, Alexander VII instituted a tradition of having all the students make an oath, binding them to remain under the jurisdiction of the propaganda, not to enter a religious order without special permission, and to return after ordination to the priesthood to the dioceses or provinces to engage in the sacred ministry, and to send each year, if in Europe, or every second year otherwise, a report of their apostolic work. By the early 1900s, this practice was still done. Every graduate student, wherever he may have been in the pursuit of his ministry, was bound to write a letter to the Cardinal Prefect every year, to let him know how his work was progressing and how he was faring. Catholic Encyclopedia reports that Cardinal used to answer immediately with a letter of paternal encouragement and counsel. In the early 20th century, it used to be customary for the Urban College to hold an annual solemn Academia Polyglotta at Epiphany, to symbolize the worldwide unity of the Catholic Church. At this event, the propaganda students would recite poems in the respective mother tongues to the delight of guests. Activity. Faculties. The university, which is located on the Janiculum Hill in Rome, has 4 faculties: the Faculty of Theology, the Faculty of Philosophy, the Faculty of Canon Law, and the Faculty of Missiology. The faculties of theology and philosophy are as old as the institution itself, while the canon law faculty and the missiology faculties are more recent. The Missionary Institute was founded on September 1, 1933, and split into the 2 faculties of canon law and missiology on July 25, 1986. As of 2004, the university educated about 1,400 students between these 4 faculties. Library. The current library of the Urbaniana was formed from 2 pre-existing collections: the historic Urban College Library and the Pontifical Missionary Library, which were joined in 1979. Today the combined library contains about 350,000 volumes, including over 9,000 directly accessible in reading rooms, 800 current journals and about 4,000 archival, about 50,000 microfiches, and documents from various specialized archives. In the library there are about 1,500 late medieval incunabula, a collection of rare atlases, geographical maps printed in the 16th century, and missionary catechisms from the 16th century onwards. The library is particularly notable for its Chinese collections and Old and New Testament resources. University Press. The Urban University Press handles publishing for both the university and the Congregation for the Evangelization of Peoples. Although it currently operates in line with the criteria of modern university publishing, it derives from a tradition that goes back to the very origins of the Urban College and the printing house of the Congregation of Propaganda Fide. Currently the UUP publishes the following periodicals: Juntas Docete, the scientific journal of the university; Ars Missional, the yearbook of the Faculty of Canon Law; and Bibliographia Missionaria, a journal curated by the director of the library. In addition to these, every year the press also prints the University Annal, which serves to review and record the academic and non-academic life of the university and its faculty. Administration. While the university is owned and operated by the Congregation for the Evangelization of Peoples, whose prefect is ex officio chancellor of the university. As a center of higher education, it is regulated by the Congregation for Catholic Education. Cardinal Fernando Filoni, as current prefect of the Congregation for the Evangelization of Peoples, serves as the chancellor. The vice-chancellor is Archbishop Savio Taifihon, secretary of the same congregation. In its early days, the rector of the university always used to be a Theatine and would serve as the parish priest of all who lived in the Palazzo di Propaganda Fide. For centuries, however, the rector was a secular prelate. As of 2015, the rector magnificus of the Urbaniana is Father Alberto Trevigial, a priest of the Order of Consolata Missionaries. He is assisted by Father Godfrey Igwebu Icona as vice-rector. Alumni. Alumni of the Urbaniana include American Cardinals John Carberry, Dennis Joseph Doherty, Francis George, and Edmund Zoka. Prominent alumni from African countries include Cardinal Francis Arenes. Asian alumni include Cardinal Emmanuel III Deli, Cardinal Oswald Gracias, Cardinal Nicholas Cheongjin Suk, Cardinal Jurasamy Simon Luodu Sami, Cardinal Michael Mashaikat Bunchu, Cardinal Malcolm Ranjit, and John Tonghon. African alumni include Cardinal Bernard Agre, Cardinal Laurent Monseigneur Passania, and Emmanuel Wamala. Cardinal Lubomir Hazar, Mage Archbishop of Kiev Galicia in the Ukrainian Greek Catholic Church, is also an alumnus. P. Kanute Dindion Yango. In addition to the many ecclesiastical dignitaries among the Urbaniana's past students, there have also been 4 martyrs: the Belgian Jacques Felix Pietro Cesi, the Armenian male Chia Tasbiz, and Nicholas Boscovich.